Hey YouTube, Dawson Rider here with a review of the Zeo Racer Zord with Red Ranger from Power Rangers Super Megaforce. The third and last review of the auxiliary Zords that I'm doing for Super Megaforce. And this one's really special because this one was actually not in the Japanese version at all and was not in Kaizo Sentai Gokaiger. It will likely not make an appearance in the show of Super Megaforce, but it's neat nonetheless. So box, pretty much the same ordeal. I just wanted to show off how neat it kind of looks with the Zord right there. You got the Red Ranger figure, Zeo logo, comes with the Zeo key obviously. Pretty much all the same stuff you're used to, but just like to show it off because it's pretty neat. But so yeah, this is the first American Zord we've gotten, which it's really neat because I like the idea of seeing like maybe a what if of what Grand Powers would look like, even if it is just a slight remold. So you get the Zord, the figure, the missiles, which I just slid in here, and the Ranger Key, the Zeo Ranger 5 Ranger Key right here, which, given how bland his design is, looks pretty decent. I think the only thing you really notice is that there's no little details in there, but I didn't expect that out of a Ranger Key. I mean, come on, Ranger Keys look like bootlegs in the first place. But yeah, he looks pretty solid, I think. Here he is next to his counterpart, which also doesn't have the little details on there, I just want to point out. So they're actually fairly close. I mean, there's really not anything separating them, other than the size. But I mean, detail-wise, pretty much the same. So yeah, we're going to start off by showing the sounds in the key, just so we don't forget. And by we, I mean me, because I always forget stuff like that. So. Zeo. Secondary sound. Communicator noise, which at least makes a little more sense for Zeo than all the other teams. So, pretty cool. You know what's not pretty cool, great segue, right guys, is this crappy Red Ranger figure. If you've watched my other two Zord vehicle figures reviews, or whatever, I don't think they're called Zord vehicles anymore, but regardless, these figures are crap. They're crap. I just really don't like them. They're terrible. All of the bike and vehicle figures they've been doing lately are really awful. And it's kind of inexcusable, as I've mentioned in numerous reviews. Bandai also does stuff like Ben 10, in which the cycle figures are actually pretty much painted on par with regular figures. They're not quite as articulated, but you get unique ones, like the 10-speed cycle from Omniverse. It came with a unique Ben figure, just as equally nicely painted as the 4-inch line. It wasn't as well articulated, but it was a unique figure that gave him his bike outfit. It was nicely painted, so I don't know why they always give us these crap figures. It can ride on the top of here, just like all the others, but that's really nothing spectacular. I don't know how many people are even going to want to do that, except for kids, I guess. Anyhow, it also comes with these missiles for what you do it with. So here is the Red Zeo Racer. It's pretty cool looking. I actually really dig the design. I'm going to go ahead and say right now, overall, this is probably my favorite of the three. Mainly because it's something I haven't already seen and owned already in a way. And I really do dig the design. If you couldn't tell, it is just a remold / recoloring of the Delta Runner, which I'm fine with. I think they did a pretty good job of making it something unique, sort of giving it the fists of like the Red Battle Zord. So yeah, I'm really fine with that. I don't have any problems with it. I would love to see at least 2 more this year in the Super Megaforce's line of unique Zords, sort of like a what if of what their Grand Powers could have been. I just think it's a really neat thing, and I think this looks pretty neat. The red, the gold, and the black play off each other well. So since this is a remold of the Pat Striker, damn it, I did it again, Delta Runner, you can pretty much expect the same modes as you got with those. Damn it, and that same piece falling off, just like my other review. So it has the same functionalities, it's just a different color. And the same Zord peg bending problem. If you watched my other review at any point of the Delta Runner, then you pretty much know this is like a repeat of exactly what happened. This is like the Darkest Timeline, or that was the Darkest Timeline, where it's this review, but with a different toy. So there's that thing, which I guess it's wispy mode or whatever. And then you're going to have it sort of battle cannon mode, I guess I'll call it, where you slide these on the side here. So you make sure that the little flap on there is facing forward, these things. Man, the Zord builder pegs have been a real pain in these. I don't know what their problem is. And then with these, just like before, pull out the little holders and I'll just mess that up. And you're going to slide them in here. So they're going to sort of become stable. Same deal here. Slide out this piece here. And then you slide it into this bag piece, which I mentioned, it's actually a little harder to tell in the Delta Runner. It's kind of hard to figure out unless you you see the instructions, you sort of just know it, because you have to know to pull out those pieces, and you also have to know to see that system, which is kind of unusual. So you got that, which I think looks a little cooler than this, as opposed to the Delta Runner, because it kind of looks like it's half of a robot with its arms and whatnot. And just like on the Delta Runner, you do have the missile gimmick. So you put the missile in. I might be taking the wrong key. This might be SPD Red. Zeo, there we go. And you can place it in this key slot back here. And I'm going to aim it back here again because it's actually got a pretty solid range. And you press it all the way in. And it doesn't look like it's got that great of a range when it hits the wall like that, but it actually fires pretty far. And as I said in my Delta Runner review, I like the fact that they're trying to include the Ranger keys in other products for gimmicks and whatnot, which is neat. I wish it was a little bit better, but still, it's a good idea. So now we combine it with Legendary Megazord, which is pretty much going to go the same as the other one. And what's nice is that I don't have to prep the Japanese version for comparison, because that never happened here. So there's little holes here to put on the Zord Builder pegs. If I can get it to snap in. There we go. Same deal here. And you can tell the way you want them is you want the flaps to be facing out. So then on top here, you can put these on the shoulders. The box shows you, like when it's demonstrating the ideal mode, it shows you as having the Delta Runners on the shoulders here like this. And this one in its hands. I'm just going to put it in its hands because I think it looks a lot cooler like that, personally. I mean, because you can, I'll show it with the other one quickly in a second. You can put it on the arms, like, you know, up here or whatever. If I can get the damn Zord Builder pegs to stop bending, like that, or however. But that just kind of looks silly. And it just kind of looks bland in comparison to this. And then for this, we're just going to take this down. I'm not going to bother opening it with the key this time. And place the middle piece here. And damn, this is a deja vu review. A deja review. Huh. You place that in the middle there. Get it to stay. Get it to stay. There we go. And there you have Legendary Megazord with Zeo power. Like I said, it was never in the Japanese version, and will likely not be in the American version unless they really decide to surprise us. But really cool nonetheless, and like I said, easily my favorite of the three. I love the fact that it sort of gives them punching guns. I mean, they could be guns that fire fists. They could just be extra fists. I don't know. It's whatever he wants to do. But I think it looks pretty awesome. I love the color scheme on it. I love that we get sort of Zeo Red's helmet piece in the front here. I think it looks the coolest out of the bunch, to be honest. And I know there's some people that really don't care for stuff like that because it's not in the show, but because I sort of collect both versions, it's always nice to see something I don't have. And I always kind of dug that sort of unique stuff that's not really going to be in the show that looked cool. And particularly this, because like I said, it's like a what if they got every season got a mecha. And I don't think we're going to be seeing a potential Zord for every single of the 20 seasons, but it would be nice to see at least 2 more to fill out some of the line, just to see what it would be. So yeah, really cool. I can definitely recommend this, even though it's the same toy as the Delta Runner, which I honestly liked just fine. I think it's a little bit cooler looking, and it's just a bit neater. I really dig it, and I think its Megazord mode looks the coolest by far. But yeah, that's about it for today. Until next time, make sure you check out the Crazy Podcast at writersrangersandrambles.com. Until next time, it's Awesome Rider, signing out.